for the pre-game ceremony. Let's get down to the field of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please be upstanding for a welcome to country to be delivered by Kamara Kelly.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kamara Kelly. I'm a Warramai Dunghutti and Gumbaynggirr woman, and I was born and raised here in the Awabakal community. This land we meet on today, we call Mullumbimba, the place of Ferns. This is my mother's country. I am here as a representation of her and as my ancestors that have walked these lands for generations. We stand on land home to the longest surviving culture in the world, with the longest environmental protection practices, healthcare systems, kinship systems, and economy. I pay my respects to the ancestors, to elders past and present, to community, to culture, and to country. Really fortunate that I've been invited to acknowledge country in women's sporting events across 3 codes now. And I'm really honoured to be able to do that today on country. We see young girls out on the field, and we can witness the importance and the impact of women in sport. So I'm very, very happy to be here. Thank you.
The national anthem of New Zealand will now be performed by Committee Levi, followed by Advance Australia Fair to be performed by Chloe Gill.
Stirring renditions of the national anthems here in Newcastle, and a lot of smiles on the faces, Kiri Barker.
Yeah, you can see what it means to both the teams. The girls excited, ready to go. So we switch our attention. The Wallaroos face up against the Black Ferns.
The Uhia Mai. The Black Ferns will lay down the challenge. And the Wallaroos have set up in that boomerang formation. Let's pause as the Black Ferns perform the Uhia Mai.
The Black Ferns representation of unity and strength for the women black jerseys. The Uhia Mai performed such intensity. Invitation to battle for the next 80 minutes for these two sides.
Well, if you're a Wallaroo and you weren't ready, you weren't sure what was coming, now you know. The challenge has been presented. You mentioned the shape, Andrew Swain, to receive. The 31st year of Wallaroo rugby. Can this Wallaroos team make history? And if they're going to, the start is all important, Kiri.
Certainly is. You know, they're coming that mental capacity of how mentally do you beat a team that you've never beaten before in your history. Certainly a good start. Lay the platform. The forwards do the work.
Referee this afternoon, Clara Munuarini, will be taking the whistle for this one. The Laurie O'Reilly Cup on the line, as we said. Pacific 4 tournament. USA and Canada have already had a game in this tournament. It's time for the Wallaroos and the Black Ferns. Here we go. And it's sent down into the 22. And Tukuafu, the co-captain, with the first carry. Demant for a bit of space in behind. Izzy Miller is back there and does well to field it. Tia Hines on starting debut today. Changes direction and hits M. Chancellor. So the Wallaroos now a chance to get into their work, although, oh, that was a wall of black jerseys and driven back into the tackle. Tuna Kalbundra. A little ball in behind to Fredericks. Fua now driven backwards. Wallaroos, Moleka, flat pass to Kapani, who just got grasped around the ankles. Hines again, needs to get around the outside, using the width of the field, but not going forward at the moment, this Wallaroos team. Here's Kapani again, and they're getting off the line very quickly. the Black Ferns. Roos making the tackle there. And now Sae just shirt fronting the Wallaroos. They're going backwards at the moment. Now Hine says, let's go, although it's charged down. Tunakal Vandra does well to react. Driven back to their 22. Amosa just puts the head down. Now Maleka. Shape to kick, dummied, and then gets the kick away now. And back there is Demant, who just puts the foot down, and oh, the ball was lost, but brought back onto the Black Ferns side. So no knock on, it's play on. Dummy now from Ponsonby. And whistle goes.
Thank you. Got it. Great charge on the kicker.
So penalty advantage, a long one, in fact. It was Maleka who got hit late off the kick.
That's excellent work from the TMO. Leo Colvin just in the background having a look. Alicia Lucas, what did you make of that one?
Yeah, I definitely thought that was a late shot. Lucky to just be a penalty, I reckon. Maleka did well to get back off the back of that one and bounce back in. But opportunity here now for the Wallaroos to try and strike early and get themselves getting some forward momentum in this game.
Great to have Olympic gold medalist Alicia Lucas with us today as well.
Sorry, not the most auspicious intro, Alicia. Sorry about that.
All right, Wallaroos. Amosa hits the target at the back, and that's a good platform for Hines. Tunakal Vandra out the back. Long, wide ball from Kaslik. Out to Miller. The two wingers combining. You know, Kaslik has such great distribution skills. Kapani. The line spread from the Black Ferns at the moment is good, but Miller gets on the outside, makes a little break. Gets herself into the 22, and the Wallaroos on the front foot. Pesipalu, the captain. 10 out. Leany now. They need to get that front foot ball. Fredericks has to just dive on it. We're back on the Black Ferns 22. Morgan to Palu again. Pesipalu. And good quick ball as well from the Wallaroos. Although that line speed and that strength in driving back the Wallaroos is brilliant at the moment. Leonard gets the offload away. Tunakal Vandra loses it forward. It's a knock on. The Black Ferns will feed the scrum. Joseph Demant, who was just lurking around the back of that scrum.
There's a great point made about the line speed of New Zealand. The best reaction from the Wallaroos is we're not making ground with the bounce back down the blind side. Make New Zealand defend both sides of the ruck. That's where Maleka and Kaslik and Miller will be important as the back three.
One falls for Pesipalu, but it was just knocked on off the top of the line out, so it'll be another Black Ferns scrum.
Knock on here, next scrum.
Set piece going to be so important for the Wallaroos today to control every opportunity that they get.
It certainly is. The Wallaroos will need to be clinical every area of the park this afternoon. You just see how hard they're having to work just to get metres.
You just have to stick at it, don't you? It's tough as a team to do line speed for 80 minutes consistently. You've got to eat dirt sometimes early.
Not only are we seeing the line speed, but it's double team as well, isn't it? It's a wall of black jerseys in front of you at the moment.
Wait, second. Give it a space. Give it a space. Please hold your body and don't anticipate my call. Say it again. Crouch!
From Brunt. Her Olsen Baker now. Brought down by Leonard. Bremner. Black Ferns. Meters pretty easily here, and straight through the middle goes Sutton.
Well, it's the first time in this match they've really found themselves in some great attacking territory, and now with a penalty, they'll take the line out about 5 metres out.
Perfect position here for the Black Ferns now. And that one contested well and lost forward though by the Wallaroos, and it'll be a Black Ferns scrum this time.
It's good disruption. Line out time for the Wallaroos. Not out of danger yet. Black Ferns will have another attacking opportunity with a scrum.
Gee, they needed to secure that one, didn't they? Did all the hard work at line out time, and now no damage done for New Zealand. 5 metre scrum on attack. A couple of plays in the boot behind the scrum as threats.
So the Black Ferns packing a scrum on the Wallaroos 5 metre line. They get the free kick though, the Wallaroos. So that's a pressure valve. A real reliever there, Alicia Lucas.
That is exactly what the Wallaroos needed in that situation. Danger was lurking out wide with the Black Ferns back three setup, but a huge early penalty. That's such a confidence booster for the Wallaroos. They're looking to go quickly here.
They tap it and get Kapani to charge into the line. Just one little carry before Hines gets rid of it, and she loses her feet as well. It's tough for the kickers at the moment. Demant drops the shoulder and charges it back into the Wallaroos defence. Slow ball though for New Zealand. Really slow ball for New Zealand. Unplayable. Will pack a scrum. Black Ferns ball.
Well, the decision-making for the Wallaroos to take a quick tap out of their line to try and get out of there against the Black Fern, put a kick up in the air, gift them possession back into the 22. Morgs?
Well, quick is being kind as well. It wasn't quickly taken. Gee, they would have been encouraged by that first line-out defence as well. Maybe go to line-out, try and put some pressure on its source.
Well, that's the thing. 2 phases of set piece, a disruption in the line-out, and then a short-arm penalty for the scrum, having the Black Ferns thinking twice about their set piece.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
So will we see a completed scrum here? We will. Joseph to Brunt. Brunt. Really there, dropped by Cecilia. She gets up and goes again. Letty Inga. Well, she had the Wallaroos clutching at shadows. An absolute Houdini-at by the Black Ferns winger.
Certainly was, straight through the middle. It had been building for the Black Ferns. Seen it a number of times in the opening minutes of this game, just integrating these wingers in the midfield. You see here the short inside ball. Letty Inga, she just does so well to get back to her feet and regain possession straight underneath the sticks. I think the Wallaroos knew what was happening.
Yeah, great awareness of what she's able to do. Release, get to feet, play. Too good for Cecilia Smith, not aware enough there on your own line. Got to have ultra awareness around ruck time.
Demant adds the extras. Black Ferns lead 7 points to 0.
And and that's exactly what the top teams will do to you. You make poor decisions when you've got the ball in hand, and New Zealand will strike again. Some beautiful brilliance from Letheaga to be able to look up and see that vision, the pace pick up and go. 7 skills, might you add, that close to the line, and being able to dive over untouched. Wallaroos left scratching their heads with that one.
16th test try for Aisha Letheaga. Wallaroos send the ball back down to Tukuafu. Co-captain. Demant goes high. Miller's there under pressure too, but she does very well. And then rounds around, but runs into Tanya Kolunivale and gets held up as well. Does well to get the ball away. Here's Fua. For the Wallaroos, runs into her opposite number, Viliko. Now Moleka. Twina Kalvandra. Goes same way to Moleka, looking back inside. Oh, and Cecilia Smith runs into a big shoulder there from Joseph. Palu really trying to get over that advantage line. Hines, a low, tough ball. Will knock backwards, it'll be play on. Slow ball though, Morgan. Now Moleka. Goes longer this time, Demant is back there. For this youngster on debut. Sorensen McGee, Brunt puts it on the boot. Hines is back there. Sends it across midfield to Moleka now. Carries it back in. And, gee, the Black Ferns kick chase is good too. They so well organised. Kapani winds up. Morgan has a little snipe. Again, they're just going sideways. It's a little lateral at the moment. That one to Leonard. A tough one under pressure, but she did well. Smith, Twina Kalvandra. Morgan. Moleka. Stepping off the right.
No advantage. Number 1. Off the ball.
Back for another off-the-ball tackle.
The Wallaroos be able to work themselves down the field with the penalty. And as we've seen so far, just lateral going side to side for the Wallaroos, and it's in that contact that they're really struggling to get over the advantage line, just making it difficult to then play away. As we can see with the forwards, just the isolated runners, they really need to get that latch player on because the contact from the Black Ferns is just too dominant.
Yeah, New Zealand also defending with their 9, Maya Joseph, in the line. So there is space for that one in behind from Tia Hines if they just want to try and make the Black Ferns second think this line speed. Just need to change it up a bit, the Wallaroos. They cannot just be all possession in their own half.
Sends to the front, that's well won, but the pass is over the top, and Twina Kalvandra has to field it right in the centre of the field. Morgan, Fellini around the corner, under pressure always. Hines to Miller, who's really trying to get involved.
Good contest. Let's go back. Off it.
So another penalty against the Black Ferns. Their discipline at the moment really piggybacking the Wallaroos upfield.
Yeah, it certainly is. The Wallaroos taking opportunities where they can expose this defensive line.
Sorry, here.
They're very much outside in as well, not just line speed, but outside wingers and centres trying to lead up. What have you made of these first 16 and a half minutes, Alicia Lucas?
Well, the Wallaroos are sticking within that 15-metre channel, and they've unfortunately coughed up the ball there again, which is not what we're after.
And running it back is Amy Duplessis. And the Wallaroos give away the penalty now, so that is taking the foot off the gas big time.
The error there from Moleka at the back. Kick not out on the penalty. Demant also doing the same.
So trading a couple of missed touches in penalty, these two sides. Oh, Cecilia Smith lung it Out to
First on the ball, good turnover.
Georgie Fredericks, but that is so good over the ball from the Black Ferns. They turn it over. And now Duplessis. Chancellor in, trying to affect the turnover as well. That pressure at the breakdown from both sides has been good as Olsen Baker. Joseph looking for another inside runner. Goes outside to Ruse. Quick ball to Demant. That one goes behind the Black Ferns players. Letty Iinga, the try scorer. Had to clean it up. Here's Ponsonby. Kalunivale with a powerful carry into the 22. Gets the legs pumping. Olsen Baker now. Talk about power. They've got it in spades, this Black Ferns team. And Veliko now a couple of metres short. They got numbers to the left. The Wallaroos looking to spoil. Duplessis grasped about 4 out. Same way, Joseph. Baha Kolo drops it in contact, and it'll be a Wallaroos feed to the scrum, so the Wallaroos survive an onslaught of Black Ferns attack.
Uncharacteristic from Vahokolo. Just take another look here, just the power. Chris Veliko down the field. This is where the Black Ferns get such good ascendancy right down the middle, and they're able just to play away patiently to the sides.
So the Wallaroos right on their goal line here, survive. Really powerful Black Ferns attack. Now they have to survive a big scrum from the Black Ferns. It earns them a penalty as well.
Collapsing.
That
was power.
Well, scrum time, 5 metres out for the Black Ferns, and their eyes light up. They know where they are in the park, and they want to make the most of it.
So Ponsonby needs to hit the target. Wallaroos contesting a line-out time previously.
Yeah. Okay, so you're coming.
Baker standing out. Now they go deep to the back, and it's not straight. The Wallaroos getting up to contest. That was smart from the Aussies.
Not straight. Option.
That's another win to the Wallaroos, a disruption 5 metres out at line-out time. So you just see here, Georgia Ponsonby. And because they sent a player up in the air, that ball must be thrown straight. To the frustration in the coaches' faces.
2 balls, second 2 balls.
So the Wallaroos have opted to go a short line out here.
Numbers, ladies. Short numbers.
And they do well.
In the
They
air.
earn the penalty as well. So
Tackle in the air.
again, a relieving penalty for the Aussies. There it is.
Yep.
Just engaging the jumper.
Yeah, the timing there, Kayla Leonard taken in the air. Kick from Tia Hines, probably not as much distance as they would have liked.
That one tapped down to Chancellor, who has to try to fling it back. Again, they're just under so much pressure at the moment, the Wallaroos. Organising themselves. Fua. For a bit of a power play, and yes, earns another penalty. So this time, an opportunity to get it a bit further downfield.
Number 5.
Maleka this time looking for touch.
The Wallaroos really need to start making the most out of these opportunities. It's the penalties from the Black Ferns, essentially keeping the Wallaroos out of trouble. Right on the Black Ferns try line.
Feels like we've spent most of the game down this end, but the territory's fairly even at the moment. And oh, that one comes off a Wallaroos hand, it goes forward, so it'll be a Black Ferns advantage. And it'll be a Black Ferns scrum.
That's Test match rugby, isn't it? When you work hard to get some reward, you've got to consolidate those opportunities that, Kiri, you're talking about by executing. Really poor lift at the back of the line out. Not quite getting their kicking game right. Now it's important they start to win some collisions here. Too easy at the moment for this Black Ferns forward pack to get over the gain line. As easy as it is.
So weight of territory and possession has been in favour of the Black Ferns. This time the Wallaroos scrum holds firm. Olsen Baker to Joseph breaking off the back. They come back inside, set up a little trick play. Demant and Vahakolo, who probably knows every blade of grass here, having played NRLW for the Knights. Veliko. Get their power players into action now, the Black Ferns. Olsen Baker, Kaluni Vale. Joseph, such quick ball for the Kiwis. Sae making easy meters. Olsen Baker again. Wallaroos lines holding at this stage. Demant. Vahakolo's made her way over to the other side of the field and loses that one. So Wallaroos turn it over once again. Just surviving. Which is what you've got to do in Test rugby. Maleka under some pressure, puts the ball into touch. And it was touched, so it'll be a Wallaroos throw. That's a lucky one, Alicia Lucas. No, it's not actually. It is a Black Ferns throw.
It's a Black Ferns throw, and I feel like the first 20 minutes the Wallaroos were taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and they're starting slowly to take a couple of steps forward, but they just can't get out of their own half here, and the pressure from the Black Ferns is unrelenting.
See their visits to the opposition, 22-4. Some Baker. Oh, gee, she can carry. Black Ferns go through the middle once again. Oh, don't tell me. She's done it again.
Well, it's almost deja vu, Swenny. Letty Inga just picking off the back of the ruck. No one in front of her. Able to scoot over the try line for the second time this afternoon. It's off the back of a beautiful run from Piper Olsen Baker. The Black Ferns staying composed. Pod to the back of the line out. Kaipo Olsen Baker. Too much space and time just to power her way through. The Wallaroos really need to work out their defensive structures around this ruck. Constantly getting exposed here at the moment.
There's one team proactive, one team hyper aware around that ruck when they get into 22, and it's the
in around their field, and they're going to have to change that up. You know, fool you once, can't do it twice, but they've seemed to have done it to the Wallaroos now, and they've really got to shift some gears here, the Wallaroos, try and see how they can own their own ball.
It's time off. There's a head clash between Emily Chancellor and Olsen Baker. as you mentioned, Swaney, nothing in terms of the tackle they're looking at, just a bit of trapping around the eye-line eyebrow there, but also Chancellor reeled out of it at the same time, and now they are looking at it. It looked to be not far off yellow card threshold.
Well, Emily Chancellor was a bit rosy after it happened.
Yep.
She stayed down on the floor. Kuiper Olsen-Baker's getting attention to her head, so she might be in a bit of danger here, Emily Chancellor.
Yeah, she did initially look quite upright in that attempted tackle.
So here's a look at it. So initially Chancellor was bent at the hips and just stood up as the contact came.
Yeah, looking to go ball and all there to stop the momentum, just comes up out of it. Quite a good bent position. And
so here's another look at it. Here the referees deliberating.
Okay.
We have a decision.
Yeah, we have a right tackle by 7 goals. It's a glancing contact, not high degree of danger, and we have a mitigation because the tackler is passive, so we're on penalty only against 7 goals. Black scored a try, so we went through.
what's everyone looking at me to comment for in this commentary box? Look, I thought that might have just made it to yellow card threshold, but when explained like that, it's a glancing blow. It's a passive situation from Chancellor. Sometimes when you're coming up out of good position and going upwards, you'll get a yellow there, especially with direct head-on-head. But referee Cohort had a look at it, Kiri, and penalty only.
Well, that's why we're looking at you. You're always the key contact for the yellow cards.
Give me the rope.
You'd be next door in the TMO box there, Morgs. So we play on. It's 14 points to 0. The Black Ferns leading. Chukuafu, the hard carry into the line. And they're just making meters pretty easily at the moment. Demant, just a little chip shot over the top. Little 9-iron. Hines is back there and looking to counter-attack. And gets quick ball there for Morgan. Oh, Leonard wasn't ready for it. Did well to handle it in the end, and on Mosa on the inside goes for a run. Now Fua, the front row partner. The quick over the ball there. It was Layla Sayed.
Holding 6.
She's been outstanding over the ball today so far. And looking for the 50-22, doesn't quite make it. I reckon there was a blade of grass in that.
It was a good decision by Maya Joseph. Siruahe Demant sitting in that backfield, and she's just sending that kick away, and then the Black Ferns are applying the pressure, regaining that possession and finding themselves well down the field.
Olsen-Baker there looking fairly upright as well, but it was shoulder only contact. That one a knock-on advantage to the Wallaroos. Go short side through Palu. Messi Palu's been energetic today so far. Wallaroos not really making a dent at this stage in this Black Ferns wall of defence. Hines makes good contact to this one and finds touch up towards halfway. That is a good touch finder from Tia Hines. A confidence booster, you got to say.
That's much better from the Wallaroos. Tia Hines, starting debut in at
10. The Black Ferns right on halfway. But the throw in again, they go to the back. This one is clean. Tienga has a double today already. Joseph goes out the back, and this one will beat everyone. Vahakolo is back there, gives it to the youngster, Sorensen McGee. Couple of passes, just not going to hand today for the Black Ferns. They still lead 14 points to 0, but it's a little bit of rust with their first test of the year so far. Bremner shifts it along to Ponsonby. Demant charged down, and then that one straight back into the head of Demant. And it's play on, it's back to being Black Ferns' ball. Ponsonby goes for another run. Demant had that ball charged down, but now the penalty comes.
First roll and no supporting body.
The Wallaroos just starting to pick up an intensity defensively. The Black Ferns so smart. They park their players along the park. Actually see Caitlin Vahakolo tracks in behind Maya Joseph.
Oh, and Miller does beautifully. And now Hines kicks it back downfield. Desi Miller, I mean, she's 5'0", and she got up and batted that ball in play. Now, Hines with the big torpedo touch finder. I love that. The big barrel downfield, and that is a beauty as well.
Well, surely she's kicking for touch now. If you can do that. What they've worked out, the Wallaroos defensively, is they can be more compressed. They can shift to width later when New Zealand want to get there. But at the moment, they've got to win the collisions in the middle of the park. And they're just trying to win a couple.
That one falls for Amosa. Does very well to just trap it with her hand at her hip. Now, Tunakal-Vundra wins that collision. But it's a turnover again. Gee, that was quick there from Olsen Baker.
Yeah.
She was right onto that from her opposite number.
Scrum, Paul. Scrum. Scrum, ladies.
Well, the Black Ferns just really haven't been tested in this opening half in any danger zones. Sitting comfortably, really in the middle of the park, and just sending those kicks down for territory. The Wallaroos having to work in overtime to get out of there.
Alicia Lucas here for us. How have you thought Tia Hines has played? What have you seen from her that has translated from the Sevens games into the 15 today?
I think that you've seen her vision really come into play, especially in this latter bit of this half. Her ability to kick long and find space for the Wallaroos has been game-changing in this last 5-10 minutes as well. And so I think being able to execute that, her ability to make repeat efforts in defence as well, getting back to get those kicks from the Black Ferns as well too. I think that's another skill set that she's added into this run on 10 debut.
Olsen Baker to Joseph. And that one not finding the hands there. That is beautiful work from Kaslik there, although, and the penalty as well. They go quickly. Here goes Morgan, the local girl. The crowd cheered for that one. Tunakal-Vundra. Just a little bit of tails up action here now from the Wallaroos. Kapani to Fua. Again, just the power in these tackles, sending the Wallaroos players backwards. Sipalu tried there. Olsen Baker driving through, and yeah, hands on the ground. Penalty Wallaroos. What can they conjure here? There's just a little bit of momentum. It's just shifted slightly to the Wallaroos this last couple of minutes, Kiri.
Yeah, that's right. As you've mentioned, Swanee, just a slight bit of momentum for the Wallaroos. Lane Morgan, quick tap and go. They really needed just to cycle out of that play quickly. Back onto the blind side. Just make this Black Ferns defence think about what these Wallaroos are wanting to do. And now this is probably the best attacking position that they've found themselves in this opening half.
So, sub for the Black Ferns. Amy Rule coming onto the field for Kalunivalu. Early sub in the front row. Tanya Kolunivalu, gee, she's been powerful in that first half an hour, though. Wallaroos brought down there by Leonard and set up a nice little rolling maul, making good meters. Amosa in control at the back and making good meters indeed. Here they go. Roos, has she fought her way through the middle? No, Roos turns it over. That is quality play from the Black Ferns. Quality, though, from the Wallaroos just to get it upfield, but goodness me, the Black Ferns so good at that, tying the ball up.
Let's go, Black.
As you mentioned, Swain, I believe it was Maya Roos who was just able to splinter into the middle of that maul, disrupt the momentum that the Wallaroos had, but before that, the go forward was fantastic. Morgan really just needed to stick a bit tighter, and she saw that the maul was getting into trouble. Just fire that ball away. They had every single forward packed in there.
Yeah, okay. What do you think? Yeah. No, I think which one?
Well, hey, Demand
Okay, not supporting the body and
pulling the strings beautifully today.
Yeah, yeah, agree. Sorry. Let's go.
I've seen too much of Charlotte Caslick today so far in attack. A couple of quality touches, though. But right now, she'll need to D up. Just Maleka in the backfield. And Sorensen McGee picks it upfield. Miller is back there. Chance to counter now. Hines, look out. Oh, Maleka just checked her run enough to stop a flying Amy Duplessis from the outside in tackle. Going same way now. Twina Kalvundra. Morgan. Leonard. Hines now. Maleka has to rush the pass, and it comes off the boot of Caslick and turns it over. Joseph, a beautiful clearing kick. They want to stop. Demand to Brunt. Brunt holds onto it. She had Kennedy Tukuafu on her outside, co-captain. His rule now, first carry. Slow ball for Joseph. Duplessis finds Bremner. Baker running the inside line, finds Demant out the back. Duplessis, Brunt. Now brought down out wide. Other Black Ferns. Demant again. Demant just ghosting her way through a little gap there. It looks to have come off a Black Ferns hand. It's play on though. Duplessis, good tackle there from Caslick. She read it beautifully. And then a bit of sevens play from Duplessis as well. Like Caslick just getting around the ankles and catching the Black Ferns behind the advantage line. But this is where they're beating the Wallaroos at the moment. Up the middle. Vahakolo. Joseph, Bremner, they're just getting the phases into double digits now. Is Veliko. Hines looking to affect the turnover, and it was penalty advantage the Wallaroos way, and then referee Larini changed her mind, and now the Black Ferns are a metre out. Joseph, wide ball, bouncing to Sorensen McGee, who dives into the corner. Ontabu gets a try, and it's a quality finish as well.
It was just really simple, patient play from the Black Ferns. They do so well, straight down the middle, condense that defensive line of the Wallaroos. Just the little one-offs going again, keeping the Wallaroos on their toes and thinking, and then it just opens up the space out wide. Braxton Sorensen McGee, 18-year-old on debut, the speedster. Had a bit of work to do. The pass was up in the air. A little bounce before it found her hands. You just see here the forward pack doing so well. Condense the Wallaroos defense. Little bubble. She's over.
Well, they're just having a look at the put down. Let's take a look. And... oh, is there separation? Here comes the kick from Demant. It's away, but are they going to take another look at it?
Thank you.
Referee looks to have paid it. Let's have another look here, Kiri Barker. There is nothing in that. Oh, there's a fingertip still on it. Controlling it.
Separation. Let's go.
No separation, I'd say. Clear put down.
There is no separation, and she pressed. The ball is pressed. Let's go. Let's go.
Under pressure. What a try from Braxton Sorensen McGee.
Yeah, it was a quality finish in the end. Fingertip stuff from the Black Ferns as Hines drills it down deep into the 22, and Vaha Kolo says, that'll do us. So that is half-time here at McDonald Jones Stadium. And it is the Black Ferns in control. They're looking to keep their unbeaten record intact against the Wallaroos. They lead 19 points to 0.
It was a performance in the Pac-4 last year, Mayor, the Wallaroos weren't happy with, didn't win a single game. So there's plenty of motivation, particularly next week, taking on the USA.
I think the USA is a massive one for us. That's a game, you know, we want to go out and win. We have them in our pool in the World Cup. So I think leading into the World Cup, it'd be really nice to go in knowing, you know, we've sort of knocked them off and we're in a confident space. So.
Do you expect superstar Alona Mar to be playing next week in Canberra?
Yes, I definitely do. I mean, we saw her line up on the wing and then we saw her in the centres. I think she's probably more suited to that centre role. She's quite a bigger body, so she gets to run the ball up there and sort of break a few tackles. It'll be interesting to see where they play her, but I believe centre, yeah.
Yeah, well, we look forward to seeing that, but there's plenty of action to come here in the second half. Great to chat to you, Mayo, and great to hear that you'll be back in a few weeks' time
Can't
as well.
wait to see you back.
Absolutely, and can't wait for what's to come here in Newcastle. Plenty of entertainment on STEM.
Down to kick off in the second half here. Aisha Leti-Iinga with 2 tries in that first half. And the Black Ferns drill it low and hard into the 22. Tuna Kalvundra runs it back. Morgan. Leany. It's a nice little run there through the middle. Beautiful. Carry there from Kavoa, who's on the field, and Kapani coming from the back fence. But it overruns it, and it's turned over. So the Black Ferns, Olsen Baker just bumping off Palilini there as well. So it was so promising there, and now Leti-Iinga is caught, and Sorensen McGee fields the offload. Black Ferns on the attack here. Bremner. A pick and go there from Olsen Baker. The Wallaroos need to be aware that middle of that ruck. and go. Looking to do them up the middle again. Sayer with the pick and go. Pesipalu in there digging. Still there for the Kiwis. Viliko. Powerful and reaches out. Gets the ball down. Try to the Blackbirds, the perfect start to the second half for the visitors.
Just pure force from the Black Ferns. 2 minutes into this second half and they're over the line. The physicality stepping up a notch, straight down the middle. As we have a look here, the forwards just getting to work. One off from the ruck, pumping their legs. Valiant effort defensively from the Wallaroos. Just too strong to hold out. Chris Viliko gets 5 pointers for the afternoon.
That's how you start the second half of a test match from New Zealand. They came out, they winning contact just like the first half.
Kick goes over. So Kiwis leading 26 points to nil.
The exact start that the Black Ferns would have wanted to continue surmounting pressure against the Wallaroos. The ability to change up their carries through place pick up and goes, looking to find different options off the runners, and a really strong barnstorming run, diving over too close for the runners.
Hines drills this one long into the 22 now. Wafu bring it back. And looking to get over the top there was Amosa. Couldn't quite get the hands on it. Cross kick coming. Out here for Leti Inga. Oh, and the contest in the area is a good one. And it's offside from Leti Inga. Miller's just slow to get up there. To have just copped a shot coming across. Wallaroos get the penalty.
This just looks to be a strong contest in the air from Miller. She's going to walk it off. This is a prime opportunity for the Wallaroos to respond here. Joe Smith in the crowd looking on. Fantastic to see.
Yeah, he gave him a masterclass last night at Allianz Stadium, Morgan Turinui.
Yeah, I don't think he learnt much of us, but I love the fact that Joe talks about Joe Yap and Joe Schmidt very much share ideas and work together in leading our two national teams.
A little trick play here from the Wallaroos. Off the top of the line out. It gets dragged down eventually and they earn the penalty. So a little bit of crafty play there from the Wallaroos. Long pass from Hines. It's a bouncer and it gets picked up by Sorensen McGee. Will come back for the penalty. Charlotte Kaslik was standing very wide just then. But it was a nice little play off that line out, just changing the picture.
Certainly was adventurous play from the Wallaroos. Short Tia Hines with the intention to try and get that long ball out to Kaslik, but didn't have the legs on it. It's a lovely set-piece play off the line out.
Yeah, Kaslik was looking for the kick in behind. They had penalty advantage.
So a chance now for the Wallaroos once again. It's well taken in the air from Leonard. This time the standard dragged down and Amosa is caught. That one brought down legally. They go short side. Kapani! She's in! The Wallaroos score! The bounce back factor from the Wallaroos is a good one. And Kapani, another test try.
Well, if there was anyone that was going to do it, it was going to be the K-Train. Eva Kapani just down this blind side, exposing the defence of the Black Ferns. It's a lovely line-out ball and a pop to the middle. The penalty advantage. The Wallaroos had good ascendancy on the maul in the first half as they go to again. We just see here the creation. Lane Morgan sees Kapani scoot around to this blind side and a quick pop.
And Moleka strikes it and just pulls it slightly. So 26 plays 5 here in Newcastle.
It's exactly what the Wallaroos needed in that play. changing up the way that they're approaching this second half. A little bit of indecision in the Black Ferns in the way that they were setting up. And Kapani too close to the line, so hard to stop. Great to see Phil Waugh here in the stands as well.
He's actually with Tanya Osborne, who is the boss of Australian Mining, who are the naming rights sponsor of the series, and David Kirk, the chair of New Zealand Rugby. So great to see the Minerals Council with some ring-fenced women's rugby support.
Kapani fields that one. It just squirted out the side of the ruck. It's a fortunate penalty for the Wallaroos in this instance.
We've seen a definitive change of intention from the Wallaroos into the second half. Obviously, talked about their physicality at half-time. Lydia Kavoa making an instant impact when she came in the opening half. Eva Kapani stepping it up a notch with her physicality. This is much more improved from the Wallaroos.
Maleka finds touch just inside the Black Ferns half. The replacements in the pack for the Black Ferns as well. Leaney drags this one down. The Wallaroos set piece functioning pretty well today, and Cecilia Smith just shirt fronted there and knocks it on in contact. The Kiwis will have the feed.
It's the right idea from Cecilia Smith. Just trying to integrate their ball runners more into this game. Fortunately, loose carry.
So the Black Ferns have the feed just inside their own half. It's a big scrum, but Olsen Baker, they break short side. Joseph finds Letty Inga, and Tawina Kawavundra does very well to drag her down. Making good metres and getting into the Wallaroos half, though, of the Black Ferns. Bakulu with her first carry is Bremner. Demant. Duplessis just rubbers that one, looking to go in behind the Wallaroos line. It just came off the side of the boot slightly. Maleka, again, just dummies, and now they look to counter-attack. Here we go. Chance for Smith. Finds Caslick on the outside. Cuts back in field. Beats the first defender. Takes play up towards halfway. Now they've got numbers left if they can get it there. Wallaroos trying to get that quick ball. Hines looks in behind him. Maleka flings the ball to Tawina Kawavundra. Oh, and she had to get rid of it quickly. Desi Miller loses it, and it'll be a Black Ferns scrum.
Tawina Kawavundra with the bullet ball over her shoulder, just under pressure, trying to get that ball away, but much better from the Wallaroos. Found Caslick out wide. She doesn't need much space to create something. They fly back down this left-hand side.
So the Wallaroos with an attacking chance, but they can't quite make it pay. Alicia Lucas on the sideline. That one, probably a chance gone begging, you got to say.
Oh, it was, Swaney. Heartbreaking to see that ball go to the ground for Desi Miller, but Tawina Kawavundra, she just needed to hold her feet a bit more. The depth and the width is there, and they're exposing some vulnerability for the Black Ferns, but the Wallaroos have to be patient in that instance, and in doing so now they've earned themselves a penalty that hopefully gets them on that front foot again, and they can exploit those edges. Caslick to Miller is who we want to see inject in this game.
Yeah, short arm there, so an opportunity for the Wallaroos.
Yeah, nice precision there from Alicia Lucas, that insight that we get about depth, but it's the best mistake they've made all game, the Wallaroos.
carrying it into contact, and now it's been called a maul, so they need to get it back to the Wallaroos, and Morgan does so. Hines, little kick in behind, looking for Kaslik, needs the bounce, and gets it, Charlotte. Kaslik gets the bounce, getting herself involved in the game now. She was slightly isolated, but did very well to get the ball back. And it was Morgan who had a little snipe. Here they go, the Wallaroos. Bessie Palu winding up now, taking play towards the 22. They want it quickly, and that one just goes down again. They had the momentum and the handles letting them down.
Well, I was just about to say, it's a different look side in the second half. The creativity from Tia Hines, the little chip through, perfectly weighted, finds Kaslik. And then they were able to play back through the middle. Siokapesi Palu getting them on the front foot, but it's the error from Maleka. Just halts that momentum.
You see that interjection from Kaslik and Hines and the ability to change the gameplay up from the first half to the second half. They are so good at analysing a game in such a short space of time and making a difference, and you can see that happening here. That's probably the second best mistake that the Wallaroos have made in this game, more.
We finally saw the kick in behind as well.
So the Black Ferns off the bat. It's kicked downfield by Joseph. Now Maleka.
Hannah King, who's just on the field, had to make a decision quickly.
Clean ball off the top. Smith with the crash ball. Morgan. And now Palu coming around the corner and getting in behind and taking play to the 22. We're starting to see some power now from the Wallaroos. We've been seeing it all game from the Black Ferns. Fighting fire with fire now. Hines, a little kick in behind. And chasing is Fredericks. Oh! They'll take a look at it, Georgina Fredericks. She chased it to the death.
It's kicked in by goal. She loses it, knock on in goal. So it's a goal and drop out. Agreed. Okay. No come by goal. Goal line drop out.
Well, that is some high IQ rugby, though, from the Wallaroos. They're having a crack.
And this is what bringing Tia Hines into this side has the opportunity to create just that vision.
I'll be checking this in the background. They should be anyway.
I think we've been robbed of a spectacular try there, but it's play on. Tunakau Vadra runs into two Black Ferns jerseys. Maleka into that playmaking role. Smith pings the ears now, and she's having a crack. Was looking for the chasing Palu. It's a penalty advantage now. Might just be scrum advantage. Kavoa with the carry.
Good contest. Let's go back.
Yeah, penalty advantage. So the Wallaroos another chance here.
So they're looking back into that try. Fredericks, she's done herself no favours. She could have celebrated, put her arms up and
Claim it. Yes, exactly.
take the try here.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if the New Zealand one in the first half was a try, that's got to be close.
Here's another look at it.
Oh. Put it this way, if it goes up a try, it's confirmed a try. That's a try.
That is right.
That is a try.
The crowd, they're blowing up here in Newcastle. All right, here goes Morgan. Inside, looking for the runners. Tangle themselves up a little bit there, but it's play on. Morgan. Kavoa. Just caught a little high there. Looking for the runners. Palu. They soaked the tackle. And it'll be held up. Bessie Palu. She's playing like a woman possessed in this second half at the moment.
Fatigue now for New Zealand.
This one's going to be bouncing, and it might Big pass inside to Palu. That is clever from Miller. Gee, she's been precision on that touchline today, Desi Miller. Ball squirts out the back. Hines under pressure. Tunakal Vandra has to straighten everything up. Hines again. Runs around and finds the chasing Masters on the field. Ash Masters. Kapani leaves it behind. So we'll have a penalty advantage. So Wallaroos get another shot here. They've really lifted the tempo, lifted the intensity, Alicia Lucas.
Yeah, and they're bringing such versatility to their attack in this second.
Well, now they set up the maul and they get good momentum.
It is out. As you see here. Pod hits Leany. Low, compact, tight, driving away. Just about who is going to score the try. Ash Masters says it's hers, has Tanya Naden behind her. The Wallaroos over.
Well, that's the finish. Great work from the forward pack, especially Tuanaka Vandra as a blocker at back lifter, but it is a great team effort to get that sort of field position and opportunity for the Wallaroos.
Maleka adds the extras, whittling that lead down, Alicia Lucas.
Well, they didn't give us the Georgie Fredericks one, but they can't deny Ash Masters. What an impact off the bench she has had with her first couple of carries, and then to be able to finish a barnstorming run from the forwards as well.
Ash Masters, talk about impact. She brings it in spades. Tunakal Vandra to run it back. They're just playing with a bit more energy now, this Wallaroos team. Fredericks, all the big game players starting to get their hands on the ball. Hines goes in behind to Smith. Duplessis reads it well and puts the tackle on. And they earn the penalty to the Black Ferns. Just slightly isolated there, the Wallaroos.
Well, the Wallaroos, positivity with momentum. But they need to be able to maintain that consistency. Cannot give the Black Ferns an inch. It's a deep kick. They've opted to run out of it.
But they've got to kick that, don't they, Kiri?
Yeah.
Just score points, kick the ball, play test match rugby, play down their end. Got excited by how much momentum they've got, as we have as well. Got to play test match rugby down the other end of the field. So they've got to get Kaslik off the wing and at fullback. Too late now, got to get her involved.
Oh, Wallaroos looking to try and fight that ball. It drops on the deck and it goes forward. And now they have a penalty advantage, the Black Ferns. Here's Amy Rule. They're getting very close. Falls over, and now she puts the ball down. She fought her way and fought that ball onto the grass.
Well, it's an instant response from the Black Ferns. It is power through the forwards. A bit of confusion at the line-out. Both teams appealing for a knock-on. But once again, this forward pack from the Black Ferns just getting to work. Amy Rule over the advantage line. Layla Sutton, she looked to be held up, but continued to work. Just clinical from the Black Ferns.
So you mentioned that's the sign of the quality team, is that you get scored against, you put pressure on the opposition, you get a 22 entry. They're going to have a look at something, but the rules say work was great.
Stand by, Clara.
Thank you.
This might be at the line out, and when they set up that maul, the ball did hit the deck.
The first in the corner is black and then goal, so it's no try and goal scrum. No try.
Yeah, so it just comes off the hands of Sayet. So no try. Wallaroos survive.
What do you call him here, Kiri Barker? What do you want to do off this scrum if you're the Wallaroos?
Well, it's a reliever for the Wallaroos, and they need to get it out of there. Anything less than that, the Black Ferns will attack and attack and attack.
Tia Hines needs to pull the torpedo out again.
Yes,
we need to see another one of those. The big barrel downfield.
Well, she's locked in tight behind the scrum there, Swaney, so you might get exactly what you wanted.
Stay on your feet, support your body, and wait for the ball. That's all. Yeah.
Need to win the ball off the scrum.
Yeah,
The Blackburn scrum has certainly been powerful. Wallaroos scrum has stood up to the task most of the time. Matarangi ball on the field as well for the Black Ferns.
Crouch! Find!
So replacements for the Black Ferns.
Set!
Smith running it off the back fence. Just looking to get a little extra metre or two. Here we go, Hines. Doesn't pull out the torpy, but finds touch.
She's gotten better and better at every stage of this match. Tia Hines, not a small ask, up against one of the best teams in the world, third ranked in the world, Black Ferns. Been asked to lead the Wallaroos around the park. Fresh legs now for the Wallaroos. Leo Gorman and Tiara Mins coming on. Eva Karpani, another great shift. Bit of a momentum shifting try scored.
Good shift there from Eva. Right, the try was the game changer at the time. Calla Leonard coming off as well for Tiara Mins. And that one not straight. Once again, the Wallaroos just cleverly getting someone up to contest and forcing the error.
Well, they've had a few issues at line-out time with the Black Ferns.
Line-out ball.
It's another opportunity for the Wallaroos. Still in a danger zone on the field.
Two balls, second. Just a second, 2 balls.
It's been better from the Wallaroos because New Zealand did a great job in the first
Okay,
half
let's go.
of playing to these conditions. Very tough conditions underfoot and with handling.
He taps that one off the top. Oh, and it was I think. No, it was Lola Hea who was trying to steam onto it, and Hines looking to just chew off a couple more metres.
Go here.
As you mentioned, Morgs, Tia Hines starting to work her way into this game, the second half especially.
So Laurie Kramer and Trillian Pomare coming onto the field as well.
Okay, 12
Picked up,
and
of
10.
course, through the match. You might have seen that the Black Ferns are wearing black armbands. That's a mark of respect for the 47th capped New Zealand Black Fern Sarah player who recently passed away, formerly Sarah Huxford. So our thoughts and well wishes to the New Zealand rugby community may to you all.
To get a line out from the Black Ferns. In at playmaker, and into the carries Bremner. Well, down by Mins. Quick ball there. Hohea. Looks like they're starting to get some momentum the Black Ferns and a bit of energy with some subs off the bench. For higher, once again to Amy Rule. Came on in the first half. King, Brunt, and just tangles up with Sae there, and the Wallaroos turn it over. They need to get down the other end, the Wallaroos. Masters to Kramer, who sends it downfield. Sorensen McGee weighing up her options. And, runs into a big shot. Ash Masters over the top. But the Black Ferns swing into attack. Naden's still on the deck, back where that tackle was affected. Brunt, Bremner in the wide channels. Trilene Pomade wasn't quite on her feet. And yeah, it doesn't look like
Captain, here or there, playing from the ground.
Response from Doc that Tanya Naden's doing too well. What about the shot from Masters? And Naden underneath.
It was certainly brave from Braxton Sorensen McGee to see Ash Masters and try and line her up. Bit of a welcome to Test rugby for her. Lovely shot. Tanya Naden just receiving some attention down in back play. Doesn't look to be too great.
Alicia Lucas, that looked like it hurt.
Out there, but she has the biggest shoulders and one of the... When she described Braxton Sorensen McGee, she said she's the smallest out there, but she has the biggest shoulders and one of the...
In the middle of the field, here's King again. Duplessis in the middle of the field. Here's King again. Duplessis, Sorensen McGee wrapping around. Now they get the ball away to Paul. Tunikau Vandra. Oh, that's lovely play from the Black Ferns. The hands are slick. And it's Brunt scoring the try. The Black Ferns, the hands are slick. And it's Brunt scoring the try.
Hey, that was the Black Ferns just making the most of the overlap. Just shift out wide down this left-hand side and then back along this right. Duplessis, draw and pass. Braxton McGee does well to draw in that last defender. Finds Medalongi Paul, last player out there, and Sylvia Brunt backing up on that blind side.
A great lesson here. This is the angle too. Just look at the black jersey. Just flood that channel. Look at the numbers they have around the ball. Great work rate off the ball and accuracy of offload as well.
It'll be King kicking for goal. Right off the 22, and it's away, so 31 plays 12 here in Newcastle.
The Black Ferns are hard enough to stop when it's 15v15, let alone when we have a player down in back play. And the ability, like Morg said, for them to get around the corner, for look for second touches and to find opportunities is what's really reaping rewards for them with that try.
Longo Ipolotu, Lemapu Atai, Sylvia Brunt with the try. And she scored plenty of them for the Black Ferns, 9 in her career. That's a good tackle over the top there from Leaney. Bremner, Brunt, back to Bremner. Great hands here. We're starting to see the Black Ferns really attack. Duplessis into the backfield, looking for Sorensen McGee, but Desi Miller gets back there. Good tracking, and now Morgan goes for the kick. It's charged down, and there's numbers to the left if the Black Ferns can get them there. Here's Olsen Baker, gets the offload away. Through the hands they go. Sae drops the shoulder. Wallaroos do well to defend. Rule stays on her feet through the contact. Ohaya, Tangen Wainohu with a big carry. Driven back in the tackle by Kramer. They go through the middle once again. And it's once again Aisha Leti-Inga. She's caught them napping a couple of times. Wallaroos looking to drive through, whistle goes.
You mentioned earlier, Morgs, those changes in momentum. Had an extended break. Tanya Naden for injury. And now it's the Black Ferns have really just made the most of that time off, coming back into it, working their way around. See this, Duplessis. Lovely little line break, looking around for support.
So scrum is the call. Hasn't Bessie Palu really lifted the energy in this second half of the Wallaroos, but once again they find themselves in their own 22. They get the ball back down the other end. She's really done some hard work today, though, some hard yards.
She certainly has. She's taken over the reins of the captaincy as well. Captain of the Brumbies, Super Rugby Women's. She's a standout this season.
Scrum time in this second half. Duplessis running a hard angle and gets grass there in the field, and she gets a big cheer being a local girl from Newcastle, the Hunter region. That right on the field for the Wallaroos.
If they get some sort of scrum platform here, they've got a little opportunity right, the Wallaroos. I know Laurie Kramer would love to unleash Friedrichs and Kaslik right. Black Ferns have put two deep in the backfield to cover the kick, daring the Wallaroos to run.
Penalty, Wallaroos.
On the ground.
Laurie Kramer onto the field, slots into that 10 position, takes over the kicking duty. So much experience herself. Many times she would have faced up against this Black Fern side. She certainly knows what she's up against.
Tanya Naden shaking off that looked to be an elbow injury. Oh, Black Ferns do well to get up there and affect the turnover. It was by Pulu. And big carry from Olsen Baker. She's been outstanding today. Gets up and goes again. Has really worked hard for this Black Ferns. Done the hard yards. Rule makes the first tackle also. Just so good at staying on their feet. Now the offload comes. That one lost forward. It's lost forward first by the Wallaroos, though. So it'll be a Black Fern scrum.
The Black Ferns have most of their reserves onto the field as well. As you mentioned, Olsen Baker, what a game she's having. Number 8 jersey.
She's been explosive when she carries the ball. She's hit hard all day. Really been an outstanding performance from Popo Olsen Baker. Once again, Hannah King, Matarangi Paul hanging out the back. Now she gets the ball, King. Pops it over the pass to Paul. Sorensen McGee caught on the 5. Maleka rips the ball away. It'll be a penalty. Yep, knees were just on the ground.
Near the ground. Clear release.
King put it in the corner.
Braxton Sorensen McGee, just the way that she injects herself and at speed in crucial moments. And the ability to either just play away herself or get that ball away.
Funga brings that one down. It's the ball back, Lola Hare. in control at the back. And now they're trying to get some momentum forward. Pass back there to Tanjin Wainohu. Yeah, just change lanes there, right in front of the referee.
Shift right, ball not in front.
Can't do that in the maul. Referees are red hot on that. Morgs?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Andrew Swain. That's what you want. You want that maul to absolutely be a challenge and a fair challenge, so it's just not undefendable. Technically correct refereeing by Clara Munirarini.
There for Palu. Fought hard for that one. Still in their own 22. Right, Mins out the back to Kramer. Kramer changes direction, runs straight into Tiara Mins. Recycles.
Use it! Stay back,
Right. Charge down. Hit it straight into Bremner and oh! They're going to have a look at it. It'll be a
time off.
So the ball.
Black.
Yep.
Roll in goal.
Yeah, I think we need to check if it's goal and who's taking it in or not. I don't have a clear grounding, so I have no try.
Okay.
I think we need to check who's taking it in.
Yeah.
And then the ball's gone dead.
Yeah, okay. Kimo.
So the ruling upstairs is no try.
We don't have the grounding. The ball is charged down by Black. We have to be sure that is not goal that is taken in goal. And then who is the last man touching the ball, who went in touch, not in goal. Thank you.
Whoa, there's a flurry of hands there. Ohaya has the tape around her fingers, so might make it easier to see. Well, Georgie Fredericks didn't get awarded a try.
I was going to say the TMO is working overtime about the fingertips on the ball situation this afternoon.
Okay. Knock on by Black. Goal line drop out.
So the dropout for Duplessis. Duplessis, the ball in two hands, runs into Fredericks, goes to offload, and it's lost forward. So it'll be a Wallaroos ball. O'Gorman shifts it across to Naden. And it's turned over by the Black Ferns. So we'll play the scrum. It'll be a Wallaroos feed.
The minutes winding down in this game. Wallaroos really change of momentum coming into the second half. So much intensity and power. Just dropped off. This game has rounded out. A lot of time parked down this end of the field.
Right, feed the scrum. Wallaroos got in them out of their own 22.
They want to shift out the back to Kramer if they can here behind the midfield. Look for Frederick short, maybe out the back to Kramer.
Right, go short side and make some good meters. She just needs some support now. She's held it up. It's a tackle now. Pick and go from Palu. Oh, Palu got wailed there by Olsen Baker. Another big shot from Kaipo. Now, right, breaks it for Mins. And his body's flying everywhere. And it's lost forward. Oh, just a little error at the breakdown, and it'll be a Black Ferns feed.
This will be a lesson for the Wallaroos that just maintaining that intensity. So these errors creeping in, and they've been creeping in from both sides. The Black Ferns, all phases of their game, certainly wouldn't be happy with the Wallaroos able to make the most of those errors or capitalise on them.
It's trying conditions out there, isn't it? Wet underfoot, it's rained intermittently throughout the day in the match. The weather's been excellent, but that street smarts around rough time, I think, is a big lesson for the Wallaroos. Especially when New Zealand are winning collisions consistently. First up, test match from the Black Ferns to kick off this all-important 2025 test season.
Scrum goes down. Here are the Black Ferns. Brunt out the back to King. Gets a lovely ball away to Sorensen McGee. Takes play into the 22. Dummies. Goes herself. 2 tries on debut for Braxton Sorensen McGee.
Well, this is just the Black Ferns at their absolute best. Speed, intensity, power. Braxton Sorensen McGee. What an absolute star this kid is. 2 tries in her first test match. Have a look at this. Strong scrum out the back. And the Black Ferns, they just get to work. The ball from Hannah King, firing it away with speed. Braxton Sorensen McGee on the fly. Clinical from the Black Ferns.
Outstanding play. Ohio, especially with the width she's able to give them in the game. Always defence far too compressed in the midfield, and then quality out wide to finish.
Hannah King to make it 38-12, does so. What about Sorensen McGee scoring right in front of all of her fans there with the signs? Brilliant play.
You just see there, Hannah King, she read it like a book too. She looked up, traced the defense of the Wallaroos, knew exactly what she wanted and where she wanted that ball to go.
Siren sounds. Wallaroos tap it back in. It doesn't make the 10. The siren has sounded.
Your choice. Not 10. Kick or scrum.
So
Kick or scrum.
we will pack the scrum. Siren hadn't sounded yet.
Not 10. Let's go.
The last opportunity for the Black Ferns to see out this game and what has really been a great start to their 2025 campaign into the World Cup.
Yeah, haven't had it all their own way, but got to be happy with the win first and foremost.
Crouch!
Wallaroos defeating Fijiana last week.
Set!
They come back down to earth, but it's been good at times as well for the Wallaroos. Sorensen McGee gives it along to Metarangi Paul. Kramer making a bit of a play at the breakdown there. It's tapped back by Pomade, and Wright picks it up. So the Wallaroos turning the ball over. Can they have the last say? Lenny picks it up off the deck. Right. Moleka, flat pass. Naden. Moleka again, out the back now. Charlotte Kazlik looking for a little run. Right. Kapani. Back on the field. Fredericks.
Backwards!
Find the target. Duplessis cleans it up now. So we're into borrowed time in this back-four clash.
Tackle now!
The Black Ferns will retain the Laurie O'Reilly Cup. Duplessis all behind the advantage line there. Little bobble there from Lola Hare.
Tackle made for Young.
She's been outstanding today as well. This whole Blackfern's back row has been outstanding. 83 minutes in.
Yeah, well, the game is locked up for the Black Ferns, but they're getting each and every minute out of this game. They've gone with a quick tap.
Wallaroos win the ball back. Kaslik. Masters. Wallaroos run it from their own goal line. O'Gorman, Maleka. She shaped to, and it is New Zealand, the Black Ferns, victorious. 38 points to 12.
The Black Ferns with the win in their opening test match for 2025. A good start. They'll certainly have a lot to talk about, as there is a lot of rugby to play between now and the World Cup. Piper Olsen-Baker, we see there, standing this afternoon. The Wallaroos, plenty of positives to take away, but likewise, plenty to work on in this Pac-4 competition.
It was 19-0 at half-time, 26-0 just after half-time. So the Wallaroos, to make it 12-all effectively in that last half an hour, they had a real crack. But this Black Ferns side, it's just all class, isn't it? This is their first test of the year. There was a little bit of rust, but you can expect that, but they were all class in the end.
The Black Ferns have just really got off to a red-hot start. The Wallaroos will take a lot away from the response that they had after half-time. Certainly, they identified some key areas and put them in place, but just those changes of momentum. The Black Ferns just too clinical in certain areas of the park and able to really halt and maintain that momentum themselves.
All right, let's get some reaction. Firstly from the Wallaroos, here's Alana.